What's up, Meta Nerds? Today we're going to talk about that time Mon Mothma went thug life, and how she became the troll champion of the galaxy. Now I know what you're thinking, how is it even possible that Martha Stewart in space here could go thug life? Let's drop down the hater shades and sit back and listen to this Mon Mothma mic drop. This story comes from Empire's End, the novel which takes place after the fall of the second Death Star and the rise of the New Republic. Mothma has discovered that the remnants of the Empire are all holding out on Jakku. Mothma, who has worried about the Empire since its conception, realizes that this is an opportunity that should not be missed. Even though the Empire is broken and much weaker than it was during the reign of Palpatine, Mothma still worries about what it could become if left to survive. She urges the New Republic Senate to vote on military intervention on Jakku, but is devastated when the vote fails. Mothma finds out that her rival in the Senate, Senator Tolwar Wartol, has convinced 5 other senators to vote against intervening on Jakku. Because it's such an obviously reasonable move to try and destroy the crippled empire, Mothma and others suspect Wartol and his allies are having their votes bought by some criminal syndicate or maybe just the empire themselves. She wants to investigate these 5 other senators, but she needs to buy time. She decides to ride with Wartol to the Republic's new capital on Nakadia. While in transit through hyperspace, Mothma tries to get Wartol to admit that he's conspiring against the New Republic. She openly accuses him of being paid off and spying on her. She even pulls out a listening device that was put into her protocol droid, and flat out accuses him of putting it there. He tries not to look rattled and says that she doesn't have any proof that he's the one that put it there, which is technically true. And Wartol's now very upset and starts to push back, saying that her vote's gonna fail again, that she's a weak leader. He even calls her a nasty politician, and says that she's gonna get voted out of her chancellorship. And this is where Mon Mothma reveals her thug life plan. As they come out of hyperspace over Nakadia, they are stopped by security ships that patrol the planet. A voice comes over the comm and tells them that they need to submit to a complete search of the ship. Wartol is furious as he was supposed to meet with his co-conspirators before the vote was to take place. But now he's being told that this search of the ship is going to have him stuck for hours. Enraged, he demands that the officer explain why he has to have his ship searched. The reply he receives is that scanners detected an illegal fruit on board his ship. Now Nakadia has a very delicate ecosystem, and thus prevents certain things from being brought to the planet's surface. Wartol tells the man that he must be confused, that knowing this he made sure that there was nothing illegal on his ship, at which point Mon Mothma, with a very sly smile, says, "Whoops, I forgot I happen to have a pita fruit in my pocket." She pulls out a single tiny little red fruit and makes a mock apologetic gesture. Wartol is steaming, knowing that he has been outplayed by Mon Mothma, and that there is nothing that he can do except for sit there and look at her smug face. While they wait, Mothma's allies were successful in finding evidence that the senators were indeed paid off by some mysterious fund. Exposing this, the vote passes, and the remaining forces on Jakku are destroyed. Victorious, Mon Mothma can't help but get her little last thug life jab in on her opponent, and after the fighting is all done, she sends him a giant basket full of pita fruit, and says that she'll even throw in a lifetime supply of the stuff as a consolation prize. I thought this story was really interesting because it showed how the delicate-looking Mon Mothma could deal with very aggressive and condescending members of the Senate. We get to see how Mon Mothma could definitely handle her own, outplaying and humiliating her opponents. Thanks for watching, guys. What'd you guys think about this? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and like and subscribe for even more Star Wars content. Remember, may the Force be with you, always.